My name's Alicia Butchers and I started playing rugby when I was 6. I went down to my local club with my father and I kind of went from there then.
I'm Jasmine Joyce and I've played sport since I was young. I've loved sport in school. I played hockey, netball, rugby, and then rugby was the sport I continued to do then because I enjoyed it the most.
My name's Hannah Jones. I started playing rugby when I was 6 years old at my local club also.
The filming day for WRU and we were doing our shirt photos and we had white shorts and we were in the photos for 10 minutes and within the 10 minutes I'd come through my white shorts like almost instantly. Got really embarrassed, like running into the change rooms and like tried to take them off before the girls came in and like hid them in my bag and then text HJ and was like,
I need shorts.
I've ruined your shorts, like I need some more kind of thing. So yeah, it's quite embarrassing. But
if you're on your period that day, regardless of whether you're heavy or light, you're always then really nervous. Some of our games are on the television, so you're always really wary of that. But I think, yeah, it's essential that we kind of have spare shorts.
Like a product like this would help us so much as a team and other sport athletes as well, because then you wouldn't have that stress of going in half time and thinking, oh no, I need to change my shorts. You only have 10 minute half time sometimes, rushing to the toilet.
You've got so much to think about with rugby, and the last thing you would be thinking about as well is your period. So it's brilliant that you've produced a product like this. I know a lot of the girls in the team do use them, so they feel like undershorts as well.
Like I am getting a lot of pain with them, but we do have the support of types of supplements and foods that we can take to try and, you know, reduce symptoms.
And at each phase it'll show you like what meats you should eat, how to reduce your symptoms. So for example, we get sore breasts, we increase our fish oils. So we'll include inflammation foods such as berries, raspberries, fish, and then that will reduce the symptoms then for us to go into training feeling better.
We're bloating, we're heavy, we're moody or whatever. They can then log that and see like, okay, actually, do we pull them out of training and actually do a more beneficial session for them rather than running around, just sit on the bike, for example. So yeah, like it's linked with our physio, and I think she's doing stuff with it to help, yeah, us when we're on our periods, because it does affect us massively.
When we were little, it was quite hard to look up to women players as they weren't on the TV like we are now. So my mother inspired me to play all types of sport. I played everything. I was in every club, any shape ball, any activity, I was there. So yeah, my mother, and she also played rugby, which really shocked me. So.
Well, after rugby, I want to be a teacher. Obviously, I've just finished my degree, which is good. So it's well similar to you, kind of thing. Yeah, I want to become a teacher. I know obviously you do as well.
Yeah, similar to you, secondary teacher, PE probably. Maybe going to France.
Yeah, nice. Probably like to go back to the job I had before, which was in sports development, working with young children from like deprived areas, giving them opportunities, that kind of stuff. So
yeah, and I think we're really lucky at the moment that we are full-time rugby players. So I think we're going to take every opportunity to continue to do this for, like Alicia said, as long as our bodies will, and then go into a career post-rugby then.
Sport athlete I've got, Jessica Ennis.
Oh, no, you know that's mine.
I'm going to say Katie Taylor to the boxer of my land.
Nice.
She's a good one. She's a good
yes,
one.
Simone Biles. Not just because of the way she performs in gymnastics, but actually the kind of message she put out in the Olympic Games.
Hang on, okay.
Rachel Taylor.
Ellen Evans.
From Wales, like rugby.
Anyone.
Okay, Katie Taylor.
Kira Evan.
Simone Biles.
Jessica Ennis.
Ella Souza.
Alicia Butchers.
Jasmine Joyce! That's 10.
Okay, that's Garen.
We're just doing rugby. I thought we were going to go like outside the box.
Yeah, I couldn't think. Hannah. Kira. I know, I couldn't think on the spot though.
I know.
Yeah.
Josh Adams.
Nikki Smith.
Nice.
Jonathan Davis.
Usain Bolt.
Adam Peaty.
Shane Williams.
Adam Beard.
Shane Williams. James Hook.
Alfie.
Oh.
Reece Priestland.
Gareth Bale.
Okay, Connor Roberts.
Gareth.
Yeah.
men have been in the media a lot longer than us.
Yeah.
So like I said, when I was little, I didn't really have a women's player to aspire to be like. I didn't even know there was a Wales team until I was 13 years old, till I was forced to be playing with the women. So yeah, I always looked up to male rugby players, so it's quite nice that we're inspiring the younger generation, isn't it? And they can look and be like, well, I want to be like Alicia Butchers, I want to be like Jasmine Joyce now.
Yeah.
So we're kind of the trailblazers, pushing forwards, and hopefully they'll watch us on TV.
I think that is the thing, is the fact that we've got so much more media publicity. We've got our games are on BBC now, so which is brilliant that we can then put our kind of stories out there, and not just us playing rugby, but there's so much other stuff that's going out for younger people coming through to see us as people rather than just players. So our stories are coming out, what we've had to do to get to this point, but also then what our careers look like before this as well. So yeah, the publicity and stuff we're getting now is massive, and hopefully younger boys and girls have something to look up to as of us.
Do something you love and you enjoy, isn't it? Try not to worry about that part of life. It's life. We all have to go through it.
We're women.
Yeah. There's lots of opportunities and facilities to help with menstrual cycles, so maybe ask questions if you're not sure.
You know, that age, you know, something like that is such a big deal, but everyone goes through it, like all women will go through it, and like Hannah said, there's so much advice out there. I would just grab onto that and try and make the best out of it. Like, it's part of life. As a rugby team, we consider each other family, so we've always got each other's backs. Every time we go to play, train, we're always there for each other, and I think that phrase kind of epitomises that the whole culture that we have tried to build. I think for me it'd probably be the stereotype of a rugby player. I think a lot of people would consider female rugby players to be big, manly, but that is not the case. I think these days, especially, being strong is actually quite beautiful, and I think although we have a range of shapes and sizes within rugby, and we're adverse and we kind of welcome all.
I go to places and they're like, oh, you play sport, what do you play? And I'm like, oh, I play rugby. And they're like, oh no, you're way too small, way too pretty to play rugby. But like, us three rugby players, and we're all here, sat here with makeup on, done our hair nicely for an interview. But I think maybe people outside of a rugby bubble wouldn't expect us to do that, wouldn't expect us to maybe wear a dress on our wedding day. So we're getting married and people are like, oh, you're going to wear a suit then?
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to wear a suit.
It's mad, isn't it?
Just because I play rugby. So it is mental, and some of the girls do wear suits. So it's not that it's like not a thing. It's just like some girls want to wear suits. Some girls not in rugby also wear suits. So it's being gay or looking a certain way doesn't just come from rugby. It's a worldwide thing.
Yeah, I think it's improved the visibility of us, and it's definitely getting better, isn't it? We're being put into the limelight a little bit more. We're obviously being shown on BBC for our games, which is brilliant. So hopefully little girls will pick up a ball and think, right, I want to be a Jasmine Joyce, I want to be a Hannah Jones, and they can watch us play then and watch us develop as well, because it's new to us having a camera in our faces all the time as well. But it's pretty cool, and it's pretty nice to be able to show the little girls it's not just men that play, it's women can do anything as well.